A bad day for Dilys. That's it for today then, Fireman Sam. It's early closing, said Dilys as she closed her shop. Enjoy your half day, Dilys. Put your feet up for a change, smiled Fireman Sam as he left the shop. I wish I could have had the afternoon off, but I'm on standby today. At last, sighed Dilys. What a morning! The whole village seems to have been in. Not that I'm complaining, of course. Dilys walked slowly upstairs. I suppose I'd better have a go at that pile of washing, or Norman will need some new clothes. How did we manage before there were washing machines? She murmured, as she gathered up all of Norman's sports gear. I'll just set this lot going, and I'll treat myself to a cup of tea and a biscuit. First, Dilys sat down for a rest and closed her eyes. I'll go and fetch that biscuit, she remembered a moment later, and jumped up. Ah, my feet are soaking! There was a big puddle of soapy water spreading across the kitchen floor. Oh no, the machine's leaking, said Dilys as she splashed about. Never mind, I'll just have to wash the clothes by hand. The clothes will dry in no time, Dilys thought as she went outside. Yes, no time at all, she said, hanging onto the clothes as they caught the wind. But the wind was strong, and as she pegged up the last shirt, an enormous gust swept through the garden, taking the washing line with it. All Dilys's clean washing was blowing around the garden. Help! Help! She cried as she chased after it. These clothes are covered in mud, grumbled Dilys. I suppose I'll have to wash them all over again now. That's funny, Dilys thought. I'm sure Norman's spare rugby shirt was in this pile somewhere. It's not my day today. Never mind, I can put everything in the tumble dryer. Where would I be without it? But she spoke too soon. As she sat down, the tumble dryer stuttered and spluttered and then stopped altogether. Dilys tried the switch again, but it was no good. The dryer wouldn't work. This is too much, she wailed. All this modern equipment and none of it works. Now what am I going to do? I'll just have to hang them up inside. At least I can start on the ironing. Norman needs a rugby shirt for the match tomorrow. With her fingers crossed, Dilys got out the iron. It seemed to be working fine. Carefully, she set to work on the pile of damp clothes. I do enjoy ironing, hummed Dilys as she looked at the neatly pressed shirts and the shrinking pile of clothes beside her. So satisfying. It always cheers me up. The phone rang. I hope that's the electrician calling back, thought Dilys. Oh, hello, Bella. You found Norman's spare shirt? Must have been blown out of the garden. As Dilys chattered away, she forgot that she'd left the iron down. Soon there was a suspicious burning smell coming from the ironing board. Hello, Mum, said Norman, coming through the door. Been doing some cooking, have you? He asked, looking around. Then he saw smoke coming from the ironing board. Oh no! Fire! Fire! He shouted. Come on, Mum! Get outside! The ironing board's on fire! Dilys quickly unplugged the iron and they both went outside. They ran across the road to Bella's cafe. Quick, Bella! Call the fire brigade! There's a fire in my house! Cried Dilys. Dial 999, quick! Yelled Norman. Up at the fire station, Fireman Sam and firefighter Elvis Cridlington were on standby when the message came through on the automatic printer. Ironing board fire at Dilys Price's, read Elvis Cridlington. Quick, ring the alarm. Irons can start serious fires. The whole house could go up in flames, said Fireman Sam. They jumped into Jupiter and set off through the village with the siren wailing and the lights flashing. Jupiter drew up outside the shop. Where's the fire, Dilys? Asked Fireman Sam, looking at the smoke. The ironing board in the kitchen, Dilys wailed. Hurry, please. Don't worry, Dilys, said Elvis. Fireman Sam's the man for the job. Fireman Sam put on his mask and went inside. Using a fire extinguisher, he quickly put out the flames. Panic over, Dilys, he said, when he came out again. You were very lucky. There's not much damage, but I'm afraid you'll have to wash all those clothes again. The smoke has made them very dirty. Dilys sighed. I've already washed everything twice. Still, if you hadn't come to the rescue, I wouldn't have any clothes to wash. Thank you, Fireman Sam. Not much damage, cried Norman. My best rugby shirt is ruined. What am I going to wear for the match tomorrow? Don't worry, my lovely, said Dilys. Bella found your spare shirt. I'll wash it again. You can wear that for now. Thanks, Mum, laughed Norman, but I think I'll wash it myself. It doesn't seem to be your day today, and I've only got one spare shirt.